Well, hello, and a very warm welcome back to the Andrew Eborn Show with me, Andrew Eborn, and the wonderful radio laureate himself, Mike Read. How are we doing, Mike?
I'm very good. I'm very good. I see you've got the Velcro suit on again, that you just Velcro the back and it all comes off, and you've got your Wincey pajamas on underneath. It's very good. It's good. It looks like the real thing.
It looks like the real thing, absolutely. What a joy it is. And it's actually a glorious moment because those quick change artists, isn't it? Those the magic acts that used to do that. And in a nanosecond, they could become something else.
Well, you know how to do that, being an illusionist. That's why you keep disappearing between each of our poems. So, yeah. What's your favorite trick as an illusionist? What is your favorite one that everybody is totally and utterly baffled by? Because you notice that most people go, oh, I know how you do that, because everyone's clever. What's the one that fools everybody?
Well, I think the one that fools everybody is it's the variations, and I think that's what happens. It's all magicians fool people, but it's not about the magic. It's not what you do; it's the way that you do it. And actually, my favourite magician was always Tommy Cooper, because his twist on things and tricks, it was all about him, wasn't it? It's rather like, I guess, if you go and hear the best singers, it's not about what they sang; it's about going to see and that glorious shared experience, isn't it?
Yeah, I know you're right. It's like X Factor. They're all of them on there now. They have great voices, and you think it's not about having a great voice. It's about how you put it over. You don't have to have a great voice. You know, if Pavarotti had sung "Where Is Love" in Oliver, it wouldn't have had the same feel as that broken little, slightly out of tune voice. Where is love? And the pathos. It wouldn't have had the pathos. It's about the feel, really, rather than anything else. And you're right with illusionists, it's about the way they do it. It's the approach and the way they do it, and the speed and the patter and all the rest of it, isn't it? It's great.
No, I think you're right. And sometimes the focus is wrong. And people always say about magicians, they all go and you can go and learn a few card tricks and things like that. And they make the focus all about the card trick. And it's not. It should be a vehicle for selling your personality.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why you do it.
A long pregnant pause. There was a sort of Pinteresque pause then. I thought, personality, but a Pinter. It's got to be good. Well, listen, Fridays, and well, it's Friday the 12th, actually, but you talk about superstition and things like that. Tell me about superstition.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was just thinking last night, oh, what can I do for tomorrow's poem? Because I do one every morning on the radio. And sometimes it's like, oh, no, I've got to go to bed and I haven't written a poem yet. And last night I thought, oh, Friday, oh, it's not quite Friday the 13th, it's Friday the 12th. And I thought, well, actually, some people are superstitious about a Friday, but a lot about Friday the 13th. And there's some quite famous people who died on Friday the 13th, and some of whom were superstitious about it. So I thought, oh, I'll do a quick Friday the 13th poem, even though it isn't.
Well, I'll tell you what, it could be Friday the 12th plus VAT. So then you get Friday the 13th. You can work on that sort of basis. Well, all about superstition. It's over to you, Radio Laureate. Mike Read on Friday the 13th.
Do you have frigatriskaidekaphobia? I hope you do. It means you're frightened of Friday the 13th. Unlucky for those dispatched on that day like Sam Patch, a daredevil. So Natch, he jumped into the Niagara, which caused him aggro in front of a loud and disbelieving crowd. It wasn't wise. They found his body in a block of ice. And the composer, Rossini, drank his last martini and ate his last salmon Bellini on Friday the 13th, 1868, when he became the late Rossini, leaving a grieving Barbara of Seville, William Tell, and their thieving magpie. So he died on Friday the 13th. Was it caused by frigatriskaidekaphobia? Well, the same day on 2012, the bell tolled for Richard D. Zanuck while he lay in his hammock. He produced Driving Miss Daisy. Isn't life crazy? Now he's pushing up the daisies. What bad luck. Yes, the co-producer of Jaws paused and had no more cause to open his jaws. And on that day, in 1930, Sir Henry Seagrave was rather brave and broke the world land speed record on water. But they ought to have checked Windermere Water. He caught a log which put a cog in the works, and no one could save poor Henry Seagrave. He was game, but what an unfortunate name. It was Friday the 13th again, when Mickey Spillane, gangster by name, was taken out of the game. His assailant took a bigger risk, no cornucopia. He wasn't afraid of frigatriskaidekaphobia.
Hey, we love it. And you just wait till I get to a dictionary. We love those Scrabble scores going to the roof in this week's poem. It's so glorious. And
Yeah,
why?
I thought you'd nodded off there for a moment.
I know there's a little bit of a delay this time. There's a lot of pinter in the in this particular episode. There seems to be the hamsters, I think, are going particularly slow on this Friday.
Yeah. Yeah, you looked as though you'd nodded off at the end of that poem that you've gone, oh.
I would never nod off during the poem. It's keeping it all there. But Friday, I mean, 13th, you know why the number 13 is unlucky? Because there's a wonderful...
yeah, it's the disciples, and Friday's the day that Christ died.
Yeah, exactly. So it all works on that.
Cleaner's been in, by the way.
The who has? The cleaner?
Your cleaner. You've got a cleaner. I know you've got a cleaner. You know Sherlock Holmes can tell things. He can look at you and just go, you've been to the Chelsea Arts Club and you had liver for lunch. You go, how did you know that? Now, how do I know that you have a cleaner?
Oh, go on then. How do you know that?
Because the chessboard has been moved slightly, and that's what cleaners do. They move things ever so slightly to let you know they've been there.
Glorious moment. Well, very, very good. Well spotted. And you're right, Sherlock Holmes is just around the corner from us. As you know, we're at Regent's Park. 221B Baker Street is about a nanoseconds walk from here.
It is. And they always have the guy outside, or they always did anyway, when you could go there. In the deer stalker, they had a policeman, a fake policeman outside, guide a deer stalker, and you could buy Sherlock Holmes memorabilia. I love it. And next door to the shop where they sold Beatles memorabilia.
I know, it's all round here because John Lennon used to live up the road here. There's a little plaque and things like that as well, didn't he? Because he had a place on Baker Street, I think, for a little while. Oh, you've frozen.
Yeah, I think quite a few people do, Dan. My favorite, you keep stopping and breaking up here, so you keep freezing. So I think it's maybe the, I don't know what it is actually.
I think it's the connection. I think whatever the cleaner did, apart from moving the chess pieces, they've obviously hit that Wi-Fi connector, which is always a joy. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do then, the wonderful Radio Laureate. We'll get you ready for the next episode. But in the meantime, thank you very much for joining us.
Okay, I'm zooming in again. There I am. Okay.
Bye-bye. So thank you very much to the Radio Laureate, Mike Read, telling us all about Friday the 13th. Don't forget, if you'd like to be a guest, you can write to me at guests@octopustv.com. That's guests@octopustv.com. You can follow me at Andrew Eborn, @octopustv. And don't forget to subscribe. It's on all of the usual channels. But for me, for now, thanks for joining me. See you next time. Bye-bye.